An Afghan man who helped the U.S. military during the war in his country died over the weekend after being taken into custody by federal immigration agents in North Texas. The feds say the 41-year-old husband and father of 6 had a previous criminal history and was in custody for less than 24 hours before he died. Fox 4's Alex Boyer live with more of those details. Alex.
Hey, Steve, and friends and family of the man say that he spent years working alongside helping the American military in Afghanistan. Now, he entered the United States in August of 2021, and he was paroled into the U.S. by an immigration officer. He had been living in Richardson and apparently was arrested and while in custody while dropping off his kids at school last Friday. Meanwhile, Immigration and Customs Enforcement is choosing to describe him as a criminal illegal alien. Now, according to ICE, 41-year-old Mohammed Pakiwa was arrested on March 13th during a targeted enforcement action and transported to the ICE Dallas field office for processing. Now, hours later, Pakiwa reportedly began complaining of shortness of breath and chest pains. He was transported to Parkland Hospital, where he was treated and remained overnight. The next morning, Pakiwa was eating breakfast when medical staff noticed that his tongue had become swollen. Now, we don't know what kind of medical emergency he was suffering, but his health did decline quickly. ICE says he died after multiple life-saving efforts were attempted. I talked to a professor of criminology about this case.
You know, this kind of thing does happen, that people do get sick or have some type of a medical emergency while they are in the care of ICE. Unfortunately, in this particular case, the individual died. It will be investigated. I think that it's obvious that they are trying to get ahead of this situation, considering their past incidents there.
So Ken Gray is talking about reports of other detainees dying while in ICE custody. Now, an ICE spokesperson said that Pakiwa was known as a criminal history, including arrest by local authorities for SNAP fraud, a felony, on September 16th of 2025. He was later indicted on that charge, but the case is now listed as inactive. ICE says he was arrested again a second time for theft on November 1st of 2025. The agency also noted that his immigration parole expired on August 20th of 2025. Meanwhile, the nonprofit Afghan EVAC, which has started helping Afghans who were left behind in the United States, withdrew from Afghanistan in 2021, called for an immediate and transparent investigation into his death. At last check, I can tell you that his cause of death was not published by the Dallas County Medical Examiner.